let's get started.
So I think it would be great if you could all just give a little introductory, just say who you are, maybe just a little fact about yourself, and then we can open it up for questions.
Okay. So I'll just get started. Who are we and everything? So we are all graduate students from NJIT. We are the part of Graduate Women in Computing Society. So our goal here as a club is to encourage and empower women who are just starting out in the computing field and help them grow with all the resources that we have available, and just help them with everything that is going on. So I'll just get started with my introduction and go ahead in the room with everybody else. So my name is Divya. I'm a graduate student at NJIT majoring in data science. I started with computing in high school. I started learning Java, and that's when I got interested. And I really loved math. So math and computing was a good blend for me, and that's why I took up data science. In my undergrad, I took up electronics and instrumentation. So it's a very diverse background for me, and right now I'm loving data science because the thing I love about data science is basically like how we have all the data available in the world and we are able to predict so many things. That's what's really interesting to me in this field. Yes, that's about me. Can we have Nisha introduce herself?
Yeah, so I think I have met a couple of you last week also. So my name is Nisha, and currently I'm the president of Graduate Women in Computing Society Club at NJIT. Since I'm graduating this semester, I thought Divya will take up the responsibilities of handling everything. And so currently I'm doing my master's in information systems with specialization in data science as well. So as Divya told, she got her computing interest right in the high school, but then mine was a little bit later. I did my bachelor's of engineering in fashion technology. That's completely different from what I'm doing right now. And after my bachelor's, I got an opportunity to work with leading multinational companies in India, like Infosys and Cognizant. So I worked in IT for around 3 years, and that's where I figured out, okay, this is my passion, and I wanted to do IT and computing. So that's why I thought I could enhance my skills with the master's program at NJIT, and that's why I joined NJIT. So currently, I think data is everywhere, and data is empowering the world. So I think data scientist role is something my passion right now, and I'm going to be a data scientist right after my graduation. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer all your questions, and I'll be here for all the weeks, and we are very happy to meet you all. Thank you. Risha, can you go ahead? Okay, Gayatri.
Yeah. Hello all, I'm Gayatri. So I am doing my master's in computer science at NJIT, and currently now in my second semester. I am basically from the computer science background because I did my UG in the same computer science field. But before that, I had so many confusions whether to choose the bioscience or to come into computer science. But then I eventually figured out that I really have so much interest towards softwares and technology. And my parents are into the same field, so they really inspired me to get into this field. So that is how I ended up here. And also after my undergrad, I was working in a tech company for almost 1.5 years. So there, I had learned so many things, and I thought it is the right time for me to do the masters and upgrade myself and learn new skills so that I could contribute more to the society. So that's how I chose to do my masters, and I'm here now. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go next. Hi everyone, I met you guys last week as well. So my name is Rishya. I'm a graduate student here majoring in data science. So my background is I started off in high school. My subjects were biology, physics, and chemistry. So I thought I was interested in biology, but later for undergrad, I did engineering in electronics and communications. And during my bachelor's in undergrad, I had an elective that was artificial neural networks. And this subject was of great interest for me, and that's when I realized that coding is fun and data science is fun. And that's why I decided to pursue masters in data science as well. And here I'm an outreach assistant, and this is my last semester as well here. So I'm happy to help you and guide you in whatever way you want. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Shweta. I am a computer science graduate student at NJIT. I'm also an active member of GWiCS Club, and I came into computing right from my high school. I like coding and I'm into software development. So yeah, nice meeting you all.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Komaldeep. I'm doing my master's in from NJIT in data science. And like what else I had to tell? Sorry, I was late.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask the mentors? Anyone want to volunteer? If not, I have some questions, but anyone? Not all at once, guys, come on.
So this is more driven to what I'm interested in, but like I'm interested in like statistical science. So like what type of coding like is most popular in like more like statistical science like majors? Like is it like Python or like Java?
Was everyone able to hear Michelle okay? Michelle, you kind of cut out a bit.
You were like very glitchy, at least on my end.
From what I could understand, we need a little reiteration, you're asking what type of like programming language is most popular for usage in like statistical sciences?
Okay.
Is that what you asked? I'm checking.
Yeah, she nodded. It's a yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, cool.
So to answer your question, a lot of statistical scientists use, and a lot of companies in that field use Python regressively, and even Java for back-end coding, for software development and everything. But Python is most extensively used programming language right now in the field. Mostly in every company, they would require you to have a Python experience and know Python pretty well to do any development. In the sense, did I answer your question?
So to add on, I would like to tell, like, if you wanted to choose to be a software developer, then you need to learn Java. And then if you wanted to be in data science, data analytics line, then you wanted to learn Python. So these are the major languages, and they have two fields. Okay.
That was a great question, Michelle. I really like that since you have a little background with this area that you were able to bring your own personal experience for. I think that's something that we need to, as we learn more about STEM, we'll be able to ask more in-depth questions to different people. So anyone else have any questions? Hannah?
Yes, so just a more general type of question. When you guys face any challenges, whether it be like with new material or just like in a class or something, how do you handle that? Like, do you ask for help? Do you read more? Do you self-study? How do you handle any challenges you face?
So who is answering this question? Okay, I can answer. as a starter in computing, I just faced difficulties in coding. I was not able to learn it on my own. Initially, I needed a lot of support, like people teaching me, and then like I need to search for some online resources, like more than my work time. I need to spend some time to enhance my knowledge. So I was searching for online courses and was doing I was doing spending some time after my work time so that I could compensate that in my work. So I was doing that, and initially I took a lot of help from people who were in my team, and they were open to help since they knew I was new in computing. And I would like to mention that in real time industries, like you work as a team. So team, it mentions everything. So if you're not able to learn something, the team will be there. If you're not able to complete something on time, the team will be there. So whatever you learn in computing is like the teamwork. Even in our masters, like we are doing projects and assignments, we do it in a group, everyone. Like, so if you're not able to do something, you'll get help, and you after that you will be able to help someone. So like initially you have to spend a lot of time facing that challenge. Like you can take help from people, but not all the time. You have to put your own efforts as well. Yeah.
Yeah, just to add to her what she just mentioned, I would say that, you know, working with friends is also like very useful to discussing topics with friends. And because I have personally experienced that working alone is less productive, while I'm working with a group of friends, I'm more productive. I'll get to learn more things. And it is interesting as well. You do not get bored and you can spend hours together working on a code. So it's more convenient that way. And plus, you know, you have Google. Any doubts, anything, you can just Google and clarify. And plus, and also like all the professors, if you reach out to them, they'll be always ready to respond to your queries, questions. So, but with friends, I think it's more fun and more interactive and educative, I feel.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I have a question. A lot of you guys mentioned that you've changed your majors a lot, even from completely different fields. Maybe could you guys talk a little about what prompted you to go into this field and what was the process like between shifting majors?
Yeah, hi. Can I answer this question?
Yes, Gayatri.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So,
Go ahead, Gayatri.
yes, thank you. So, I in my high school, actually, I was into bioscience. So, during my schools, I thought that I really had interest in biology and bioscience. So, I chose to do my 11th and 12th grade, and that's my high school. But after entering into that, I had a chance to gain more exposure into the software field. So, I started exploring about them, and this is a field I would tell you'll get lots of helps. It is available to each and every person. The best example is a Google. You can Google and get to know about this stuff so much. You don't need to go to a school or attend a class to actually learn about this field. So that is how I developed interest. So apart from my studies, I used to Google about this field, like how the technology evolves, what are the new trending technologies, and the current trend in the technology. So I eventually developed interest into this field in that way. So this is how I shifted my field from bioscience to computer science. So I think there are so many people here who had very diverse backgrounds. So maybe they'll be able to answer this question in a better way.
So when I was doing my bachelor's, I was doing in fashion technology. So at some point, I realized that even in fashion technology, we were using computers to design something like CAD laboratory, AutoCAD, those tools we were using. So I thought, like, why computers are in every field? Even in biology, we might use computers, right? So to do something. So I thought, like, I will start learning computers, and I started with the basic HTML coding. I joined my university's team to develop a website, and from there I got a chance to attend interviews with good companies. So they did not consider my background, basically. So IT is something where people from diverse background can come and join together and work. So no other field we can do that. So if you can see a scientist like who is in a biology, like scientist and all, so they must have did some studies prior to that. So they cannot change their field suddenly. But then like we are all from different backgrounds. Some are from electrical and we are from biology, fashion, technology. But everyone have a point like we stopped at computing. So I think it's easy to start because you don't need much help because every material is available online, as Gayatri said. So yeah. So Divya, you have anything to add on?
Yeah, just like you guys said, everything is available online, and we have a lot of resources, a lot of courses that are available on Coursera, all these online courses, right? Even YouTube, if we need any help, YouTube is our best friend. We already have a lot of videos available for each and every concept that we require help with. And like I said, it's a teamwork. Even transitioning from electrical to computing, I didn't know a lot of coding, and like that I got help from my friends, and using like these collaborative projects that's how I transitioned to computer science is what I would say.
I also wanted to add in something. Oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't speak at that point, but I'm Sampada, and my background is also in biology. I was a major in biology in my high school, but then, I mean, similar to everybody, I was always good with tech, like fixing small things and doing silly little things, but I was always good with tech and I never really explored it until I got into undergrad. So, I mean, I get what your concerns are, and it definitely makes sense because, oh, I'm so sorry. Because I was also at that point in life at once. And so the main thing is, so you guys are good with math, right? Math, science, everything. I mean, it's just logic. So programming as such, it's just difference in the algorithms and how you write the statement, but the logic remains the same in all the languages. It's just how you apply it, and it's just the application that differs. So if you guys are good with logic, everything is good. Like you guys are okay. And how to figure out like how to make the program work, that you'll always have online help, but just work on understanding the logic of it. So if that is good, then you guys are okay with anything.
Thank you. That was a great answer from everyone. Thank you all for putting your own experience into that. Does anyone else have any other questions? Okay, if no one has any other questions, maybe do you want to get started with the second half of the meeting? I could try to make the breakout rooms. We can see it now.
Okay. So any of the mentors who is going through the presentation, or I'll start?
I can go ahead. So, like we said, these are all, there are a lot of computing that we see online right now, like with social media, the like symbol, the dislike, and the emojis. Everything is developed with coding and everything, right? Whatever we see. Also, the next one. Can you go to the next slide?
This one?
So let's focus on the Viennese. So Ruchi Sangvi, she's actually the first female engineer at Facebook. She was one of the first 10 engineers to be hired by Facebook. So she got her master's. She holds a bachelor's and a master's degree in electrical and computer engineering from Carnegie Mellon, and she actually left Facebook and then founded her own company. And she sold it to Dropbox actually, and now she went on to become the VP at Dropbox. You can see her transition from Facebook to finding her own company and everything. That is very inspirational, I would say. The next one. This is Breen Ali. She's also one of the first female engineers at Instagram. She actually didn't like computing at all. She wasn't interested in coding and everything. Her first coding was in high school, and like it was so boring. Then she got into web coding. Nisha used to like how HTML coding works. Same way Brina also used to like HTML coding, like code something and it immediately pops up on your screen. I think that's what made computing interesting to her, and that's when she joined Instagram, doing her internships and everything.
Yeah, the motive of this presentation is to tell like how females are like leading in some of the famous companies we knew, like Snapchat, Facebook, and so this could be a start point for you girls, like to do something in computing. So this is the motive of this presentation, and this is the group of girls who did the filters, like we use, right, the filters in Snapchat.
So yeah, in Snapchat, a lot. An interesting statistic about Snapchat, like 90% of all the 13 to 24-year-olds use Snapchat, like 90%, which is like amazing compared to like an app, social media app. So basically, what do you think makes money for Snapchat, since it's just a messaging app that we use to send pictures to our friends? Nobody even sees them. Actually, our friends also see only for like 10 seconds. So where do you think the money and the revenue? Does anyone have any idea?
Maybe the ads.
Mm-hmm. So the ads on the Discover page that you see, and even now they've introduced ads even when we are scrolling through our friends' say stories, right? Each and every ad makes a lot of money. It's called click-through rate. They get a lot of money out of that. So yeah, that's that. And let's go to the next one. Okay, Google. We all know Google. We all use the products and services of Google. There is a high touch YouTube, Google Maps, even phone, Android operating system, they every field. So there is an immense amount of opportunity in the STEM field in Google. So this is how the Google environment looks like. They do not use the traditional cubicle system, and they believe in collaborative teamwork. Like everybody needs help, right? Like we discussed. So they provide a very collaborative, and they also allow us to bring pets to the office, which is great.
So she's Breen Ali, who is the first female engineer at Instagram. So we wanted to show you guys Richa Sangvi from Facebook and Breen Ali from Instagram, who are like ladies who just made it to big companies, top companies. So yeah, and everyone uses Instagram, right? So I just wanted to show you like how much percentage of women are in computing. So, you know, like NASA, everyone will be aware of it. And these are the ladies who started their career as human computers. So we can see Dorothy Vaughan, Katherine Johnson, and Mary Jackson. So have you all guys just seen a movie which had been released recently, 3 Hidden Figures? The movie is based on their stories. So they started as human computer, and they eventually headed the programming and analysis and computing division at NASA. So these are 3 powerful ladies and 3 hidden figures of NASA. And so, you all know like who this singer is, right? Yes. So the thing is, I wanted to show you like how her dress reacts to the sound. So this is like a holographic leather dress. So this is working with the help of computers. So the dress has some illuminations going ahead based on her volume. So it's based on her singing. The dress changes its color and the brightness and the moving thing which we can see. So everything is like computers all over. So you can see all the devices right from the laptops until the cars, flights, everywhere. So that's why like we are stressing more importance of computing, because like it's used everywhere. So it's not bad that you get to know a coding language. So it helps you in the future in whatever field you are, despite the fields you are in. So see, this is the automobiles where we can see a flight, a car, and a railway, train. So I wanted to ask you, like, where do you think in these automobiles the computers are used?
I'd say maybe like the GPSs.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. So we have something for the flight to show the direction, and that's the computers. And pilots are not driving the flight; they are just putting it on the automatic mode, and everything is done via computers. And even in train, there is no manual person operating the trains in some places, right? And also even in cars, like we know the automatic cars, right? Like Tesla and all, like which has been like recently released and all. Oh my God, this insect is irritating me. Okay, and so we can see this traffic system. So if you go in a car or like with your parents and all, like we can see that when we get a red signal, then people from other lanes just cross the road and go by. So how does the traffic signal know to let people who wanted to cross the roads, and they will not let you cross simultaneously, right? People on the left and people on the going straight. So without accidents, how these traffic systems work? That's with the help of computers. So yeah. And you can see oven and then watches and then the like the heater and a cooler turn on machine. So wherever you see, computers are used. And you have any guesses of who is Ada Lovelace? Like you can see her, the lady on the right hand side with a very beautiful dress, and there are 4 options which you can make a guess. Just make a guess, mere guess. Who is Ada Lovelace?
It seems like she could be really any of these.
Just give me an option. Like what are your guess? Maybe.
Maybe B.
B. Okay. What about you, Hannah?
I'm gonna guess A.
Okay. Okay, so the answer is D, the world's first computer programmer. So Ada Lovelace was the world's first computer program all the way back in mid 1800s. So yeah, you can see the poster. We can do it. Okay, so I just wanted to, you know Bill Gates, right? Everyone obviously knew Bill Gates. So I just wanted to ask you, like, do you think, like, in what age Bill Gates started writing his first computer program? Give some numbers, like, Isabel, can you go ahead and give me some number?
I'm going to guess he was still in high school. I'm going to guess like something crazy like 17.
Okay, so that was a little closer, but it was 13. Oh. Yeah. So it's 13. So he started coding at the age of 13. And you know what? Some interesting fact is that if he spent 1 million for a day, he can can spend that for 218 years. Think of just how much money he has made with the help of computers. Okay. Yeah. And so computer science is a very good field that offers some highest paid jobs in the market, and that's true. So money is one of the factor that influences to choose our career, right? So if you are confused, like if that field pays you so much, or like if you're still passionate about computers and you're still confused, like how much I get a salary, I would like to say that you'll be paid very high. Yeah. So these are some ladies like who are like leading as a CEO and COO for Best Buy, YouTube, and Starbucks. There are no men as CEO. These are the leading women in those companies. So, okay. So, which of the following is not programming in this? Like, which do you think? Now, Hannah is to make guesses now.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess A.
Okay, Michelle?
I would guess C.
Oh, yes, Michelle won. Building a computer is, of course, not programming. So you're right. Michelle, you have a long way to go. Okay. So which area of discipline do not use computers? Okay, every discipline has uses computers, so it's everywhere, right? So every discipline uses computer. Yeah. Okay. So you can see a doctor using computer to scan an X-ray, and you can see an architect to design our houses, like he's building some plan. And see, you can see the pictures of a fashion designer. See, this is where I started using computers. So he's designing something and she's using computer. And okay, so what do computers exactly do? So actually, like, computers do exactly what you tell them to do. There is no such thing as automatic. So every decision the computer makes is like we have induced something to do. So computer cannot make some decisions on its own. So it's just us, we are asking to do something. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So do you think like computing is just only like doing the coding?
I'm going to say it's necessary. Oh, or not.
No, no. Yeah, it's not necessary to really code in computing. It's not the only thing we do. Okay? So if you're like curious to know, computer science is not about coding, and these computer jobs does not require coding at all. Yet they are fields from computing. So designer, we can say a UX designer who is designing the app's front screen. You have everyone uses apps, like what interface you like very much. WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp and it's very simple to use, right? Like we have a send button and we have to a symbol to add emojis. It's very straightforward. Even your grandma can use it, right? It's very straightforward, and that designing doesn't need any coding. And see, the user experience specialists, they make these prototypes for how the screen must look like, and there will be coding on the back end, but then for designing these screens, like how it should look and how the how we should view it, it doesn't need coding. And this is a business analyst who actually coordinates all the jobs. Like they will be preparing a project plan of how the project should work. So they don't do coding. And these are program managers who handles everything in a project. So they don't do coding. And these are system administrators. So when computer is functioning, there are some hardwares we need to take care of. And you can see a lady who is posing from a room, and she's a system admin.
I'm going to say it's necessary. Oh, or not.
No, no. Yeah, it's not necessary to really code in computing. It's not the only thing we do. Okay? So if you're like curious to know, computer science is not about coding, and these computer jobs does not require coding at all. Yet they are fields from computing. So designer, we can say a UX designer who is designing the app's front screen. You have everyone uses apps, like what interface you like very much. WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp and it's very simple to use, right? Like we have a send button and we have to a symbol to add emojis. It's very straightforward. Even your grandma can use it, right? It's very straightforward, and that designing doesn't need any coding. And see, the user experience specialists, they make these prototypes for how the screen must look like, and there will be coding on the back end, but then for designing these screens, like how it should look and how the how we should view it, it doesn't need coding. And this is a business analyst who actually coordinates all the jobs. Like they will be preparing a project plan of how the project should work. So they don't do coding. And these are program managers who handles everything in a project. So they don't do coding. And these are system administrators. So when computer is functioning, there are some hardwares we need to take care of. And you can see a lady who is posting from a room, and she's a system administrator and she doesn't know coding. She doesn't do coding, but these are all some of the fields in computers that does not require coding. She's a technical writer. She does write some stuff for engagement of project with the clients and etc. And she doesn't need coding. And so in some cases, data scientists code, but data analysts don't code. So data analysts, they use some visualization tools to present the data to the higher management. So they use some tools, but they don't code. So yeah.
Any of the members have anything they want to add quickly, or?
I just want to say thank you so much. This was really nice.
Okay, thank you.
It was nice meeting all of you. I just want to thank you all again for the presentation and the questions. So it was nice to meet all of you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.